The movie begins with a man running to find a way to escape when suddenly an old woman comes in with a hammer to kill him. Then it cuts and we see it's just a story being told to some kids and their parents. To further scare them, the storyteller's partner comes out to scare them, but they don't look impressed and they call them frauds when leaving. Afterward they spend time cleaning the fake blood. The man called Sam tries to encourage his sister Pam to change the murder house into a hotel. After his sister disagrees, they both look at new strategies to get more people to come to their murder house. Looking at other murder houses, they realize they were the only ones with no reservations. The rest were fully booked. She said her grandma was the first serial killer and so they can use that to promote their business. As she stares at her grandma's picture, a vlogger starts streaming. She then gets the idea to use her. They plan to give her a free night, scare her so they can get a positive review and more reservations. The next day the vlogger arrives and the livestream starts. The vlogger tells her followers the story of an old lady who killed many people 80 years ago and died in asylum. Just then Pam appears and corrects her that she died in a home and not a mental institution. Irritated because her livestream was interrupted, she turns and says, "Well, nothing," and just continues by introducing the hosts Pam and her brother Sam. Together they lead her into the house. The vlogger then sees the statue of the grandma and compliments them, saying she loves it, but ends with saying it's trashy. Pam, offended, was about to confront the vlogger when her brother tells her their reservations are increasing. Suddenly the network goes off and she asks for Wi-Fi. The siblings say nothing and just give her a tour of the house. They show her panels to muffle screams of victims and many traps. The girl says the house is like a maze. They are pleased that they are scaring her and their plan may be working. She then said she has studied serial murderer cases and had never heard of their grandma's own. She called her crazy and said she just built a complicated house. When Pam tries to convince her otherwise, insists that since there are no bodies there were no murders. Pam, annoyed, walks away. Sam then says she can call them if she needs anything and leaves her in the room. Continuing her stream, she said the house is spooky and the owners are creepy, but not in a fun way. Outside, the owners are upset to see the numbers go down and so tap into her live stream and hear her say the only thing she was sure of was that the old lady killed her vacation. The owners, upset, agree to give the girl a show and start with the disconnection of the Wi-Fi. The next morning the vlogger approaches the owners at the dining table and they offer her some food. She says she is vegan and goes ahead to ask about the Wi-Fi that was down. She then tells them she has an idea and with the tools she brought they could do an investigation to find the bodies. Initially Pam says no, but later they go ahead. First the girl sees some chemical stains, which makes her happy because she felt she had found a crime scene. She discovers a hole near the stain. The owners claim that was where the grandma kept their poisons, but the girl pulled out some alcohol and told them it was no poison. Then they continue to the walls. She then breaks a wall to investigate and the brother helps her. Pam then enters, but to their disappointment there were no bodies. The vlogger then tells them that it is possible that their grandma didn't kill anyone but was just crazy. And they are crazy too. Pam gets angry and screams that she is not crazy and their grandma was not crazy. Angry, the vlogger goes to the room and gives them the worst review ever in anger. She says she gives them a 1-star rating only because she can't give 0 stars. She tells her viewers to save their money and fuel and to not come there. They have nothing to offer. And she ends with, "Trust me, I wouldn't be caught dead here." When she tries to upload it, it fails. She then closes her computer and puts it away, planning to stop by a Starbucks to upload it. Just when she is about to leave, she finds a passage through the closet which I would have avoided after offending the old lady in the house. She passes by a picture of the old lady whose eyes change. Well, at first that was what I thought. But it was actually the girl who was looking through the picture and eavesdropping on the house owners from the other room. They were arguing over whether their grandma was really a serial killer. Pam says maybe the girl needs a scare from the ghost. In the night Pam enters the girl's room to scare her but ends up with pepper spray in her eyes. The ghost wannabe lady frustratedly screams and the vlogger makes fun of her. She then starts recording and makes fun of Pam, which enrages her. Pam then says, "If you want a murder house, I will give you a murder house." Ooh. Spooky. The vlogger then calls her crazy and Pam swings the axe at her, missing her only by an inch. Seeing Pam was serious about killing her, she screams and asks Pam if she is crazy. A fight ensues and the vlogger manages to run. She runs into another room but Pam finds her. The vlogger screams at a live stream that she is trapped in the house and the lady takes a swing at her again. Whilst running, she says someone should call 911. As she is talking, her leg gets stuck in the wood and she trips and falls over the stairs. When she falls, her phone slips away, showing the woman coming with the axe. The vlogger apologizes but Pam is not having any of that. She stabs her with the axe many times, not stopping. Her brother comes out scared at the sight of his sister covered with blood with an axe in her hand. They then see there is a rapid increase in reservations. The woman then says he should get her something to clean the blood on the carpet. He doesn't do that. Instead he brings a rope which he puts around her neck and says if their grandma didn't make the house a murder house, they can. And then kills her. A year later we see a long queue of people and we see Sam receiving the guests and telling callers that the place is full and there are no vacancies till next winter. Then we see actresses playing the part of the vlogger and his sister and get the story he framed. The story was that his sister committed suicide after killing the vlogger. He then goes into the room to count the money and proudly looks around. Suddenly the floor opens and Sam falls through the hole. On seeing the skeletons he laughs hysterically that his grandma was indeed a serial killer and that they weren't wrong. Suddenly the door shuts on top of him and we see a lady leaving the house with the money in the briefcase. The end. Moral of the day. From vlogger. Curiosity kills the cat. From Pam, don't trust too easily even your brother. And from Sam, don't be greedy. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe.